Welcome, welcome, and guess what? Welcome to a new DJ Wilson STEM video. So, we've been having a really good time learning about HTML and CSS and showing y'all some introductory things. But today we're going to get into divs. And I like calling divs the text boxes of coding because it allows you to, or some, you'll hear some people say containers, but I like text boxes because that's in Microsoft Word and PowerPoint. There's these text boxes, and whatever you put in the text box stays in that particular text box. And you can move that text box around and change its shape and size. And that's the same thing that you're able to do with divs. Okay, so let's start off using some divs. Okay, so divs are just like any other tag. All right, you got to have an open and a close. So I'm going to, if there's the open, and you see how Replit automatically wants to create the closing tag. But I want to put the div around these two other elements that I have here. This is going to be the close tag. All right. So then when I run my program, again, everything still looks the same. There's no big change. But these I put inside of a container. Okay. So you might be saying, well, okay, well, what's the big deal with that? Let me show you. I'm going to create a second div. All right. And let's do div. And this is going to be, do that. And this is going to be second div. And, I'm going to, this is H1 comment, H1 as well. So now, everything's nice and pretty there, right? But one of the beautiful things about divs is what you can do with them from the style page. So check this out. So I created a class called Firelight for an example, but I'm also going to create a class called second div. And I'm going to give this one some properties. So background color, blue. Let's give it a second. And color, we'll get to the text color, is bold. All right. So now what I can do is I can assign each of these divs a class. So check this out. So back on the index page, I'm going to assign this div to class. So class equals Firelight. Oops. And then I'm going to assign this div second div. And then watch what happens to them. Okay? So what happens is each one of these now has their own container, right? And so just say I want to change everything in this first container, okay, in this first div. If I don't use divs or if I don't use classes, right, I'd have to go back into each one of these lines of code and then I'd have to change it there. So I'd have to add the color, add the background, or I could just come to the style page and then just choose a different color. So let's choose blue. No, maybe not blue. Let's choose black. Okay. And then when I run my program, pow, it changes it. And again, it allows you to change a lot of information very quickly with creating these things at div. However, check this out. And again, right now I have this centered using the margin, but I'm going to. Oh, you know, I'll do it with this one. I can have this div float right. And then what that would do is everything that's in that second div would then float right, okay? Or left or whatever I wanted to do. But again, this whole div here, it would still keep its same shape, its properties, unless I change them here, right? And again, that's just one of the great benefits of using divs. All right. I'll create another video to show you more cool things that you can do with divs. And again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and